Doing another useful product review today. This is something that I have in particular that I purchased. This is a temperature and humidity sensor. The brand is AcuRite. There's not a model number on this, so I won't be able to find it right away, but I do want to just share this with you because there's a particular reason that we've wanted to purchase one of these. It's not necessarily that it just keeps the temperature, it keeps the indoor temperature. It doesn't have the ability to wire into something external to use something for an outdoor, to stick a little probe out the window and have the outdoor temperature, but it does have the indoor temperature. But the main thing on this is humidity. So I wanted to be able to keep humidity because in our house in particular, when the humidity gets really low, my youngest daughter, she was premature 7 weeks early, and one of the things that came from that is I believe because of the tubes that were in her nose, she has a really thin membrane on one side of her nostril, and what that does is when the humidity is low, it makes it so that she has nosebleeds. If you have nosebleeds in the house, it might be something you want to look into. Just purchase this. It's so cheap, there's no reason not to. But the humidity in the house is going to tell you whether or not it's low, okay, or high. Right now it's saying okay because it's about 50%. I believe anything 45 or lower is going to say low. Anything that's like 55 or 60 or higher, I believe, says high. And so, it wasn't too long ago that our air conditioning stopped working and we opened the windows at night, and because it was like 90% humidity outside because it had been raining all the time, it wasn't raining that night, but the humidity in the house ended up getting this up to 75%. So you can imagine by the time we got the air conditioning working again, it took so long for it to suck all that humidity out of the air for the air conditioner to actually work. Not getting into that, super technical. Other people know way more about that than I do, but what we have on this is there is the percent. You can see the percent sign there. That's the humidity percentage. And then there's the low percentage and high percentage. So it actually kind of logs it. I'm not sure if there's a time frame or if it's just kept that said 75 for a while after our air conditioner stopped working. So right now, right where this is sitting, I don't know if it probably has something to do with me holding it in my hand. This thing is probably, I would say, sensitive enough. It's going to pick up heat from my hand. It's also going to pick up humidity. If my hands are tacky or it's just the humidity on my skin, it's going to pick up the humidity. So if you want an accurate reading, actually the percent just jumped, but if you want an accurate reading, just set it on a counter, set it somewhere up to where it's kind of out of the way, but in the room where you're checking, for instance, you would probably want this to be around your thermostat, because your thermostat is picking up a reading. Sometimes your thermostat might have been messed with. You can actually go into a thermostat and you can actually trick your family into thinking what the temperature is. So even if it's 80 outside, you can drop it down like 5 degrees and it'll tell everybody that it's actually 75, and it just makes you think that it's cooler than it is, so you don't hurry up to drop the temperature down in the house to cool the house off more. And it does the reverse in the winter. You can actually raise what it's telling you the temperature is, not what the actual temperature is in the house. You can raise what the temperature tells you it is in the house on your thermostat, and you can say that it'll actually tell you that it's that it's 80 in the house instead of 75, so that people aren't rushing to turn the heat up because they think that it's colder. Not that it's cold at 75, but anyway, you get the idea. But on this also keeps track of the low and high for the temperature inside. I know that this temperature is wrong because when our air conditioner was broken, it was 82 degrees at night. And the day that we came back from a vacation is when I found out that it was broken. Isn't that nice? You take a little vacation from work and come home to work. But I know that temperature is actually not the most recent. Like I said, I don't know how long it keeps it. I could probably look it up and it'll probably tell me. The only other thing about this one is that it does have this ability to have a little stand. So there's this little metal part that comes out and sticks out so that you can actually set this up. You can fold this in to itself and it'll stay flat. This is flat enough on the back, and this is actually magnetic. Let's see if this is. So because it's magnetic, you could put it on the front of your refrigerator. You could put it on the grill on the front of the grill register for your HVAC, where it's sucking the air in, where you have to replace that filter. Replace your filters every 2 months. They don't last as long as you think they do. As soon as you hear the whistle on your HVAC whistle, did I say whistle? As soon as you hear the filter on your HVAC whistle, it's time to replace the filter. So just keep that in mind. This is so cheap, there's no reason not to just go buy this. The only other thing that's on here is the back of this has the ability to change from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I can't do the conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit. This is America, so Fahrenheit's what I use. But this is so inexpensive, and you know, this is one of those brands where the temperature is really, really accurate. The brand, hence the name, AcuRite. It's accurate and it's right, AcuRite. But I think that this is a good little product to have, something to just purchase, put on the counter, you know, put on a shelf in the living room. Living room's kind of the main area where the temperatures get pulled from for your thermostat anyway. You could also just put a double-sided adhesive on this, and you could actually stick it on the wall or onto something right next to where the thermostat is. So if you're in the house and you think that the temperature seems like it's a little bit off, you could actually look at this and then look at your thermostat and see if, for instance, this says 79 right now. If it was in the wintertime and instead of 79 it said 72, then I know that something might actually be wrong with my heater and I might need to get that looked at. And in the reverse for summertime. So I look at this and it says 79 on this, but it actually says 84 on the thermostat. I know that the temperature on the thermostat might be wrong and I might need to get my air conditioner looked at. Now, right now, because it's 80% humidity outside and 93 degrees, my air conditioner is not going to keep up anyway. But this is something to have around. Like I said, the original reason that we bought it was for our 6-year-old, because she has nosebleeds. So if I notice that the percent for humidity is getting low enough, then what I'll actually do is I can turn on a humidifier and add humidity to the air to make it so that the humidity is not getting so low that she's going to regularly have nosebleeds. Another option is if you have a kid that's got nosebleeds regularly, just get a little bit of nasal spray, you know, just not like a allergy type nasal spray or whatever that is, but one of the saline solution type nasal sprays, and just do a little spritz at night before they go to bed. You don't have to completely clear out their sinuses before they go to bed, but just give a little spray and that'll just help from having the regular nosebleeds. But this is a real inexpensive little item, but I think it's well worth having in the house. I'll just go over and pull it and put it next to the thermostat every once in a while just to make sure everything's on for the temperature and nothing's been adjusted by anybody in the house. So if this is something that helped you with the purchase, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more updates on things like this. And you know, you can share the channel with other people. If you know people that are trying to, you know, looking for product reviews kind of things on their, you know, through YouTube. I do a lot of purchases on Amazon, but even if I don't do something that I purchased on Amazon, then I'll just buy something somewhere else and I'll just try to make sure that I put a post. So if I do the research, it might save you some time and you might get a quality product. So just comment in the comment section if the video helped. And that's all I got for this temperature and humidity sensor. Thanks.